And this is not quite as in-depth as the other case study due to time, but this was the I-20 bridge in Vicksburg, Mississippi, between Mississippi and Louisiana. But there was a fault line between these two piers. It did moved suddenly, like 3 feet, and they had to rebuild a large section of this bridge because of that movement. So when that was done, the system was asked by the DoD, also funded this, and the Corps of Engineers, asked, yes, we would like to see what you could do with security and barge impact systems. So moving forward, we placed cameras on an adjacent bridge here, and we had a camera here and here in those locations so that we could capture any events should these piers be impacted. And then, of course, a map in which we work with structural engineers to position sensors in a very specific way. Expansion joints were made in such a way that if this fault line were to move again, it would allow the movement without damaging the bridge. So there again, through the modeling, we used the models that we built, very simple models, very easy to build from our libraries, and showing sensor locations. But we also, with the security system, there's an optical mat where fiber optics is actually embedded inside of this mat. And if anyone walks on this mat, then it would send off an alarm. There again, through the cameras were trained on those locations. The same thing would happen if any of the hatch doors was opened. And the reason they wanted this is because there was a lot of activity. Even though the access to these piers are locked, people would find a way around them, kids, as well as vagrants living under the bridge. So the barge impact system I was describing just a minute ago, we did back in March, on March 23rd, 2012, a barge did impact the bridge. Now, 20 of them broke loose, but only one actually impacted the pier. When it was impacted, the cameras were immediately activated. And before anyone could call the DOTs, or any municipalities, this had already sent a warning to both the Louisiana DOT as well as the Mississippi DOT. So we were charged with monitoring because they had to cut the 24 hours a day for about a month. They had to cut that barge in half. That was the only way they could remove it from the pier because it had embedded itself into the mud below the piers. To the point that it could not be pushed away with tugs. So it was cut in half. So a lot of vibration was distributed to the pier itself, and they wanted to keep the bridge open while this process was taking place.